Right. So regarding the electronic mail, we talk about that there is this mail server, which is going to store all our emails, right? So from the personal computer, when we send emails, it will reach on the mail server, right? So from that mail server, if it needs to be sent to another mail server, it is like sending an email from Google gmail.com to yahoo.com, ymail.com. It will be sent over the internet to the next mail server, right? And then someone will receive that email at the other end who has the specific email address, right? So we have drawn the sketch, right? So we need to go through the other things, or like the other components of an email. So this shows the structure of an email, right? So email consists of these two parts, which we call the username and the domain name. So this username and domain name is separated by a @ sign, right? So as the username, you can create a username at your will, but if that username has been taken from someone else earlier, you won't be able to duplicate it, right? Even though you like it. So you have to create your own username at your will, but it shouldn't be something that has been created already, right? It should be something unique, right? And then the @ sign will separate the domain name, which describes who is the email service provider of your username, right? So if you think about your usernames, there will be some particular names at gmail.com. So gmail.com is the domain name. The username part, that is created by yourself, right? So remember that the username and the domain name is separated by a @ sign, right? So let's quickly write about this and we'll go to the rest of the things regarding an email. Yeah, you can have it like this. An electronic mail address takes the form as follows. And then you can draw this diagram. Right, and when you are drawing the diagram, it's better you indicate this as well. So point the @ sign. He's over there. So, and connect this part to that. Let me know when you're done. All right, one is done. How about others? Okay, anyone who is still writing? All right, so moving forward. All right, so it's a simple thing that you know that you need a username and a password to log in into your email account. All right, and all the emails are being served or like being saved in a place called email server, which holds all the emails. Right, so once you are given a username and a password, your portion of the emails will be shown. Right, so email server, it has many different emails, right? Right, so let's say these are like emails from all over the world to different people. So if you got a username and password, let's say these three belongs to yourself, then that will be represented. Neither of the other things, like this is the email server. Right, and if you need to send an email, you need to log into your email account. Then you have to choose composing an email, right? So if I show you my email account, I think everyone has experienced this thing, right? This is my email account. So if I want to send a message, I need to choose this particular button. So this button differs from service provider to service provider, right? Gmail contains compose button like this, but maybe not with the Yahoo. Yahoo will contain some other symbol to do the composing part. But anyway, you have to compose an email if something needs to be sent to another. So in the composing window, you will find several different items for you to understand. First is to place. To place indicate or else we have to give the main recipient's email address in front of the to place, right? So if you got more than one main recipients for this email, of course, you can have all the emails on here. Now think about if my school needs to send me an email saying what are the duties that I need to follow. So I will be the main recipient, right? So my email address will be typed over here. And if the school needs to send a message to all the IT teachers of what the responsibilities that they have to carry out, so those will be again one particular email sent in by to many particular people, right? And as well as there are two more status or like two more recipient levels inside this email account, right? So CC, it indicates carbon copy. So we know what is a carbon copy, the exact same copy. So we use the CC recipients to indicate and to inform them there is some particular mail has received at your place, so you better go through, right? So it's a carbon copy. And when you CC something to some person, like not like the entire responsibility is given to someone else, right? So you can CC the things, CC the particular email just to inform those people. So in my case, the example that I have took, if the school is going to send me what are the duties that I need to be resumed, so I will be the main recipient, and the vice principal, some of the vice principal and my sectional header will be informed that this teacher has given the job list, so you take care of him, or like just see whether the things are going to happen on that manner. So when it's done, I will be the main recipient, and there will be people who got a carbon copy just to get informed that this teacher has given his particular details. So you can act according to that, right? So CC stands for something like that, carbon copy. So there will be a particular copy, as well as the main recipient knows that these things are being CC'd to these particular people. Right, so did you got the idea about the to and the carbon copy? Is that clear? Okay. Right. Now let's come to the BCC, blind carbon copy. Now, blind carbon copy is there to do the confidential communications. Right. So if you want to send a particular message without being informed to the main recipient, so that particular email address are going to be located in the BCC. So once a particular email address is given under the BCC, neither the two people, neither the CC people, the email addresses in two position, the email addresses in the CC position, will not be informed that the email has sent to this blind carbon copy receiver. Right? So now it's like this. Now the school needs to assign some duties for me. So regarding that, they send email addresses, the emails. So if my particulars need to be informed to the vice principal and sectional head, those things will be the same document will be CC to the sectional heads, to the vice principal. And if my letter needs to be informed to the let's say the zonal director separately, for that I can use BCC part, right? So the people who have mentioned in the two position will get informed that it is being sent to the CC people, but not to the BCC people, right? So it works as works with some secrecy, right? So is that clear, everyone? Now here in your book, they have given some particular example regarding this. So like sasikala7@gmail.com, he is the main recipient. That is why her name is, or the her email is managed over there. And CC, right, CC part, the carbon copy part will be sent to the DP Dasun. Right, so that means DP Dasun can see the main recipient is Sasikala. Sasikala can also see the DP Dasun as a carbon copy receiver. So she get the idea, okay, this has been informed to this particular parent. And this Monali at slg.nk, she can see right? She can see what's happened with the 2 and CC positions, or like in simple terms, the BCC can see who are the people that has sent this email, right? But the problem is neither the CC nor the 2 position, the main recipient, will get informed that it's been sent to the BCC part, right? So Monali will receive the message and will, if we like search for it, and when the Monali receives it, Monali can see the main recipient is Sasrika, I'm sorry, Sasikala, and the carbon copy receiver is DP Dasun, right? But neither the Sasikala nor the DP Dasun will see this is being sent to the Monali. Okay, are we clear with this, people? Right. So then after you have to give the subject, so you can send an email without a subject, so you can have the content, right? Then we have to press the send button. Then that email will be sent to the intended person. Right? Are we clear with that, everyone? Any particular questions regarding it? Right. So let's note this down, people. Let's start it from here. Yeah, have the subheading same email. Right, let me see. Yeah, that explanation is enough. Where I'll show that to you. It's kind of a setting which is done through the email. Right? Are we done? So we can go forward. It's better you write this as well. Right, it's better you say username and a password should be entered accurately. Username and password should be entered accurately. I'll tell you the rest of the things. Username and password should be entered accurately. When logging to an email account. When logging to an email account. When logging to an email account. Are we done, people? Right, moving forward. Yeah, I want to draw this window. You don't need to draw this toolbox over here. Right? So when you are drawing this window, right? You don't need this particular toolboxes. Just the send button will be sufficient. Right? So when you are drawing, name these things accordingly. Main recipient. And that you can say All right. With some communication, my things went down. So let me write it again. Main recipient, inform personal emails. And this people, I'm sorry for the pen thing. Right, let me know when you are done. People, are we done? Okay, Sasrika, hurry up. Right, so people, moving forward. I sit down. It looks like he's doing camp. All right, so when it comes to the email account or like composing the things. So you can put the subject over here, and then we can type the body over here. And this this is specific for the email service providers, right? These kind of toolbars. So now Gmail account, they provide this kind of a toolbar. So you can edit and do all the formatting part. The basic formattings can be done to your the things that you have typed, as well as from here it will allow us to attach things, right? Once you click on this clip, it will open up the window, the Explorer, so you can choose anything from the computer or from your device and make it an attachment, right? And then you can send it through, or else you can do the schedule send as well, right? And in case if you close this thing, if you let me type something here. Let's say I'll type ABCD. Right. So in case if you accidentally close the email while you are typing, or you just close it, it will be saved into the draft. And at any time you can open it and continue writing or composing your email, then you can send it, right? And in case if you don't want any draft, you can delete, right? Or you can discard draft from your email account, right? And as well as inside an email account, there is something called inbox. These are things that you know already. This is the place where all the incoming emails are loaded into or like stored into. And according to the service provider, you will be given this kind of services like start, snooze kind of things, but not in every email services. You can access your sent emails through the sent item. And I told you about the draft. And there is something called spam as well. Right now, spam is there to receive suspicious emails, right? So nowadays the email marketing is a very popular thing. So through the email, it will be receiving many different advertisement kind of things. So they are big in size, because when they are like creating a particular graphic or particular brochure, they create it in a high resolution manner. So it contains a very big weight when it comes to the email. So when it is big in size, the email service provider suspect that it could be an email kind of, that it could be a malware kind of thing. So what they are doing is, without sending it to the inbox, they are sending it to the place called spam. So we can come to the spam and check whether there are any wanted emails, or like the emails that is being sent by a very known person. Then we can move that to the inbox, or otherwise we can just select the spams and we can delete them forever, right? So you don't need those things, right? And when it comes to the like when you are deleting things from the spam, it will delete forever. You can't take it again. But when you are deleting something from the inbox, right? Let's say this don't reply thing, I select it, and yeah, that is something I need. So let's say yes, this Sampath OTP. So I click it and I press the delete button. It is over here. So it will be moved to the trash. So trash is something like recycle bin of yours in the computer. So if I move to the trash, I can see the things that I have deleted recently. So the trash will empty after the 30th day that you have done the deletion. So you can change that trash emptying time or the emptying dates. If you want to restore anything from the trash, so you can click on the item that you need to move, or like you need to restore. Then you can select this move to one to indicate to which particular place that it needs to be gone. So if I select inbox, it will be moved to the inbox again. People, are we clear with that? Okay. Right. Now, in your textbook, they have expressed, or they have described what is happening with 2CC and BCC, and we know that now. We mark it on the diagram that we were copying. And it's better you write about these things. Yeah. So you have this: emails are categorized inside an email account for ECUs. And then it's better you say these points onto your book. Those are the things that we were talking about. Let me know when you're done, people. Okay, one is done. How about others? Okay, hurry up. Denuka, are we done? Right. Anyone who is still writing? Okay, moving forward. Right. So the other service that the internet is providing you, the instance messaging, you know about it, right? So there are many different types of instant messaging services like WhatsApp, Viber, Imo, Snapchat, all these things, right? Messenger. There are many different kinds of instance messaging. So the common in every instant messaging is that without internet, you won't be able to receive the service, right? You need the internet to have the services. So it is not only for messaging now, it is developed to have a data calls as well. Video conference is the one that we are doing now, right? And it is a very famous tool nowadays due to this pandemic situation and all other crises, right? So to do the video conferencing, we need several different tools like a webcam and a microphone and a device which has the video conferencing software, as well as the internet connection, right? And it is a very good tool to have some meetings regardless of the geographical location, right? Like in early days, when they don't have a video conference, if we need to talk face to face, we need to meet and talk. Now, like not now actually, for a decade, for more than a decade, it is possible with the video conference. Social networks, of course, you know what's the impact of that. So it is kind of a place where people gather around, not physically but virtually, right? And exchanging their views, their the opinions, the ideas, the experience, and all these day-to-day things that they are doing uh, using the internet, right? So you can upload photos, videos, make the comments, chat with others. Many different things are there. Even now, the social media platforms have been what spread all over the world. It has become a very good marketing tool as well, right? So lots of companies are finding the social media is a very good place to market their particular products, so they can meet a very big population inside it, right? So you know the examples, right? Facebook.com, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, there are many. And when it comes to the cloud computing, before we come to the cloud computing, it is the last part of the lesson. Let's quickly write things about the other three things about the internet, right? So because services of the internet ends before the cloud computing. So yeah, have the heading, send in instance message. It's better you say instance messages, IM, right? That is enough as the heading. Right after the heading, you have a very small thing to be written. And it's better you write some examples under this explanation, right? You know, like WhatsApp, Viber, Skype, right? Those kind of things, Messenger and all these things. Right, are we done, people? Yes, everyone. Are we done? Okay. Anyone who is still writing? So if you are done with that, go for the video conferencing. So this should be the explanation. Right. Anyone who is still doing this? It's better you write these equipments as well, people. The requirements which needs for the audio, the video conferencing. Sastrika, in a video conference, we have both the things, right? It's kind of like when we are doing this conversation, we are working through or like conferencing through the Zoom server. So I am uploading things at your side, you are downloading. When you are speaking something to me, you are uploading, I am downloading. Right? So it's a both way type of thing. Yeah, that's it. It's the reason that conversation is happening through the internet, because it takes some time to collect the data and send it to the other end, right? Unlike the common calls, the carriers from the data carriers are a little bit slower, right? But it's been very much minimized when it comes to there. Like in early days, there was a very big gap, right? Sometimes we had to talk and wait a little until the other one speaks to us. Nowadays, it's not like not that delay is there, but there is a small delay still. Yeah, Denuka, when it comes to the emails which are happening without an internet connection, it should be actually happen inside a local area network or like a metropolitan area network kind of things. So it's kind of an internal network, right? Like you can configure a particular network in your computer lab at the school, and you can use a small software or like even your browser as well to send an email from one computer to another. So it does not need the internet, right? It's only need a facility, right? Like kind of a network. Sastrika, audio visual facility means like having the audio and video, right? It's a simple term that indicates the audio visual thing, right? Having the facilities of audio and videos, right? Yeah, Sasrika, because in second generation they are not very much supporting for the video. It's only for audio type of things. Right. Anyone who is still writing this? Okay, so you can move to the social networks as well. Yeah, it's better you write these two passages. It's a small thing, right? And have some examples as well. First three examples. Okay, if we once you are done, you can leave the session, people, since it is 4 o'clock. So by next week, we will discussing the cloud computing, which is a very small part, and we'll be moving to the very interesting lesson, which is called the multimedia, right? So it's about the graphic editing, the animating, video editing, and audio editing, right? So it's kind of a full of practical things, right? So get ready. So by next week, we will be discussing the cloud computing and we'll be moving to the multimedia lesson, right? So if you are done, you can leave, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll see you on next week for the very same time. Right. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much.